Hi everyone, this is Kristen with the Tech Reviewer, and today I'm here with a bunch of iPhone 15 Pro Max cases from Mous. So we have their iconic Limitless 5.0 case, really lovely case, super protective. I've got the Aramid Fiber version to show you today, as well as the Walnut and the Speckled Fabric. And then we have the lovely Clarity case. So this one is crystal clear. Beautiful case, also super protective, but a great way to show off your phone. And then finally, we have the Evolution IntraLock case. This is Mous's mountable case, so it's very similar to the Limitless 5.0 line, but this one also is mountable, so you can mount it on a bike, a motorcycle, a tripod. So there are a lot of mounting options available with this one. Really interesting case. So in this video, I'm going to be checking these cases out on my iPhone 15 Pro Max in natural titanium. Let's get started. Looking at the construction of the Limitless 5.0 case, this is quite a rigid case in the hand, very little flex to it. You've got a hard polycarbonate frame, and then the sides also have some TPU mixed in. And then, of course, you've got this beautiful Aramid Fiber backplate. So for those of you that aren't familiar with Aramid Fiber, it's basically generic Kevlar, so super strong, super light, great material for the back of a phone case. So looking at the sides here, you can see you've got these rippled grip ribs. Those are going to give you additional grip on the sides. Everything is great here with the buttons. We have a significant amount of branding here on the back. They doubled their branding this year, so not only do you have branding on the bottom, you also have branding around the camera area. And then looking in the interior, you've got a soft microfiber lining, and of course this case is also MagSafe. And then finally, what you'll notice here in the interior is this line of green arrow shock running around the perimeter. So this is Mous's special super protective material. It's what is going to give this case its extreme mouse protection. But of course, exactly how extreme that protection is unknown because Mous does not give a drop rating for its cases. However, I will say that the case seems like it's very well made, and I think it should provide good protection for your phone. So putting your phone in the Limitless 5.0 is not difficult, so you want to start on your left-hand side, make sure that your top and your bottom corners are in place, and then go to your right-hand side, and then push on those corners. Once on, we have a very good fit on here. There's a small amount of give over your buttons and your port openings, but it's quite slight. Overall, I think we have an excellent fit on here. And then looking at the amount of lip you have a higher lip at the bottom and the top, and a much lower lip in the middle. Little bit of lip, but not that much. And keep in mind, I don't have a screen protector on my 15 Pro Max yet. So if I had one on here, it would probably take up a significant amount of that lip here in the middle. But overall, I think everything looks really good here. This design of having the low lip in the middle means that when you're swiping from side to side, you're not whacking up against a high lip, so that's comfortable. And then this also gives it a slimmer feel in the hand. So overall, I think everything looks really good here. Looking down here at our port openings, we've got asymmetrical port openings for an asymmetrical port design, so that's all excellent. And you should be able to fit many third-party USB-C cables here as well. So going up the sides, we have a very slightly textured plastic on here. So that gives you some grip, and combined with these rippled grip ribs on the side, you have a nice amount of low to medium grip with this case. Also note that we've got a spot here for a wrist strap or lanyard on this side as well as on this side. So that's good if you're left-handed or right-handed, but it also allows you to use this with Mous's phone sling system. So the phone sling is their crossbody strap system, and it doesn't require a strap card like ones from other brands. And I really like that because I'm not super crazy about the whole strap card concept. It seems like a whole lot better system to actually attach it directly to the case. So the phone sling is really well made and seems like an excellent way to carry your phone crossbody. So going up the sides here, again, nice amount of grip with those rippled grip ribs. Going to our buttons, the buttons are excellent, clicky, no issues, and no button shake. So last year, the Limitless 5.0 had some shaky buttons. So if you shook your phone case, you could hear them rattle, but I am not seeing that with the iPhone 15 Pro Max Limitless 5.0 buttons. So that's great news. Looking at the view from the top, you can see we've got that high bottom and top lip, lower lip in the middle. Everything looks good. And then going over here to our side button, again, another excellent clicky button, no issues. More rippled grip ribs at the bottom here, and again, we do have that spot for a lanyard. Looking at the back of the case, beautiful Aramid fiber, so this has such a great look and feel. It does have one terrible drawback, which is fingerprints. So regular fingerprints don't really show up here, but greasy fingerprints absolutely do, and they have to be wiped off. But other than that, gorgeous material here, has a really nice feel to it, and it does give you a little bit of grip. And of course, it's a very protective material also because Aramid fiber is very light, very strong, so great material for a phone case. You've got some mouse branding down here at the bottom, and then you got more mouse branding over here around your camera surround. And then speaking of your camera protection, you've got a good amount of rear camera protection. Definitely have lay on the table design protection there. And overall, this case has a nice slim feel in the hand. It does add some weight to your phone because it's not one of those super lightweight cases, but not terribly heavy either. Overall, I think everything looks really nice here with this case. As far as wireless charging is concerned, this is going to work great with regular Qi wireless chargers as well as MagSafe chargers. So as far as magnetic strength is concerned, this is going to be about the same as Apple's own cases. So not one of those super strong magnets, but not bad either. And of course, you can also use this with other MagSafe accessories such as Apple's MagSafe wallet. Mous has come out with a new version of their own MagSafe wallet, which I'm curious to try out because I liked their previous MagSafe wallet. So I'll have to wait on that one. And of course, you can also use this with MagSafe power banks. Love this one from Anker. Removing this case from your phone is not difficult. You want to start in your top right-hand corner and push that off, then go down to your bottom right-hand corner and push that off, and then pull out your phone. And then looking at the lovely walnut version of the Limitless 5.0, so the sides of the case are going to be exactly the same as what we just looked at. But when you turn it over, you see all this beautiful, warm-looking wood. So great look on here. This is genuine wood, so each wood grain is going to be unique. Really great look here from Mous. So this one has less grip than the Aramid Fiber one, but it's very beautiful, very unique. I also think that it's going to be a little bit less durable than the Aramid Fiber. So if you want your max durability, I would definitely go with the Aramid Fiber over the walnut, but the walnut truly is lovely. So looking at the speckled fabric version of the Limitless 5.0, this material on the back is a polyurethane coated fabric, and it gives a significant amount of grip to the back of the case. So if you were looking for a grippy Limitless 5.0, this one is probably a great choice. I've heard that the new Atlantic Blue and Forest Green colors for the Limitless 5.0, which I haven't seen, are made of the same type of material. So if so, they're also going to be quite grippy. The other thing to note about the speckled fabric is because it is a flexible fabric rather than a stiffer material, the speckled fabric cases often have the most curvature. So looking at this one without the phone in it, you can see that you do have a significant amount of curving on here. It's probably most viewable if you put something like a power bank on here, and then you can see, wow, there is really a lot of curvature here. However, when you put the phone inside, you have much less curvature. And I think over time, it's just going to become less and less because the hard, straight phone is going to straighten out the case. So putting this in here, looking at the back, I think you've got a really nice look here with the speckled fabric. I like the way it looks with my natural titanium. And then note the amount of curvature, now that I have the phone in here, is much less. So there's still a tiny bit of curvature, but if you do the same test with the power bank in place, you can see you do still have a little bit of curvature, but it's way less. And I think over time it's going to become even less as the rigid phone straightens out the case. Moving on to the Mous IntraLock case, this has a huge amount of similarity to the Limitless 5 case line. So if you compare the two side by side here with our Aramid Fiber Limitless 5.0 case, looking at the sides, they are 100% identical. So same spot for a lanyard, same rippled grip ribs, same buttons. And then going to the other side, again, exactly the same buttons, exactly the same grips on the bottom, and then you have exactly the same port openings. So the difference between the two is going to come on the back. Instead of having the fancy material back plates that you have with the Limitless 5.0 with your Aramid fiber or walnut or bamboo or whatever, you have a grooved plastic here on the back that gives you a good amount of grip actually, and it has the advantage of not attracting fingerprints, being very durable, and then you have this interesting looking set of 4 holes. So this is where Mous's IntraLock mounts are going to attach onto the phone case. It's nice because it's completely flat here. It doesn't stick out like most cases that are designed to work with a mounting system. Usually there's some sort of bump there. There's no bump here, so that's excellent. And the IntraLock mounting system is really clever because it uses the MagSafe magnets to position itself, and then you just have to press in on these little side buttons here and everything clicks into place. So really cool, very secure, very tight, and easy on, easy off. So really cool idea. So putting your phone here in the IntraLock goes on just the same as the Limitless 5.0 cases we've been looking at. So you got the same kind of fit, no real difference here. Port openings are going to be the same. Going up the sides here, same feel on the sides, same spot for a lanyard. Same lovely buttons. Everything is exactly the same except for the back. So looking at the back, we got a rather unique look and feel with this grooved pattern on the back. So this gives you a nice amount of grip and it also repels fingerprints, seems very durable. I really like the back of the IntraLock cases. I think they're really nice. And then of course, obviously we've got our mouse branding just like with the other cases. So at the bottom and also around the camera surround. Your camera is going to have sufficient protection for lay on the table protection here, and is protected on all 4 sides. And then of course you've got the spot here for your IntraLock mount. So this is 4 holes on the back, and this is going to concern some people because they see a hole and they think that dust or dirt could get in there, and it conceivably could. However, keep in mind that when this is being used in the mounted mode, then those holes are going to be covered up by the mount. So no problem there. And then if you're not using it with any kind of an IntraLock mount, you can also cover up the holes with a MagSafe accessory. So if you put the MagSafe wallet on here, then they're going to be covered up. And if you put something like this snappy ring holder from Casetify, again, you're also going to completely cover up those holes so nothing can get in there. So those are a couple of options if you like this case but you're worried about the holes, because there are ways to get around that. And it's a really, really nice case. Great look and feel. One of my favorite of the mouse cases. And of course, as far as wireless charging is concerned, this is going to work just fine. So no issues with regular Qi wireless charging. And MagSafe charging is going to work great too. And you can use this with a variety of other MagSafe accessories as well. So overall, really cool case here from Mous. Moving on to the Mous Clarity 2.0, this is the most different of the mouse cases we're looking at today. So you've got a hard, clear polycarbonate back on here and black TPU sides. This case is quite rigid, very little flex to it. And this case is going to offer the same protection that you're going to get with the other cases we looked at today. So it's going to have Mous's extreme protection. You got that line of AeroShock running around the perimeter. Of course, how extreme the protection is unknown because Mous doesn't give any drop ratings to its cases, but this does seem like it should be very protective. You've got a MagSafe ring here on the interior, black to match the black sides. And I would say that the only thing which is kind of questionable about this case is the amount of rear camera protection, because we only have a real rim on two sides. You've got a teeny tiny little rimlet here on the other two sides, but it is so low that I don't know why it's there, maybe just for looks, because it's not possible for that to protect anything. So the rim here on your two outer sides is going to give you protection that is going to be just barely giving you lay on the table design for your camera. So it's there, but it is hair thin, below hair thin perhaps. So quite minimal, but it does make the case look a whole lot sleeker and slimmer in the hand. Let's check it out on the phone. So this goes on just the same as the other cases. It's not difficult to get on or off. Once on, we got quite a good fit on here, nice and tight. There's almost no give anywhere. And as far as our lip is concerned, you have the same lip arrangement as the other mouse cases. So a high lip on the bottom and the top, and a lower lip in the middle. This makes it nicer to swipe from side to side and makes the case feel slimmer in the hand because you're holding it in the middle. So really quite nice. As far as our port openings are concerned, everything looks good here. Asymmetrical port openings for an asymmetrical port design, and I don't think you're going to have trouble with most third-party USB-C cables here. Going around to the sides, you have a spot here for a lanyard on both sides, so you can use that for a wrist strap, or you can use this with Mouse's phone sling. So the phone sling attaches to both sides, gives you a really secure and robust crossbody way of carrying your phone, so that's awesome. And then going up the sides of the case here, so we've got this glossy TPU. This is going to give you a reasonable amount of grip. I mean, it's quite different than the TPU sides on the other cases. So if you compare it to the sides of the Limitless 5.0, for example, so you've got TPU on both of these, but your Limitless 5.0 has got this textured TPU. It also has the grip ribs, and here on your Clarity 2.0, you've got a glossy, smooth TPU. So really different look and feel. So going up here to our buttons, we've got nice floating buttons here, no more slip button design like they had in the past. So that's excellent. These are very clicky. All of them are excellent. Absolutely no issues there. And then looking at the view from the top, again, we have that high lip here at the top and the bottom, less lip in the middle. Should have plenty of protection for your screen. And then going over here to the side button, nice clicky side button. Spot here for a wrist strap at the bottom. And looking at the back of the case, this crystal clear material does a wonderful job in putting my natural titanium phone on display. Love the way this looks. So you've got a black MagSafe ring here on the back, and then you've got black sides. So you got a nice coordination there. The material here is a glossy clear polycarbonate, and that tends to have issues with scratching and fingerprints, but not so much in the way of yellowing. So I think you should be fine on yellowing. And as far as scratching is concerned, there is a scratch-resistant coating on here, and you're also going to be helped against scratching because you've got a small ridge at the bottom and the top, and those combined with the camera rim that you have on here are going to keep the majority of the back of this case very slightly raised when the case is placed on its back. So that's going to limit your everyday scratching. And as far as fingerprints are concerned, they are going to show up some, but overall this does not seem to be that much of a fingerprint magnet. So overall, I think everything seems very nice. We got slightly rounded sides here, and then you don't have much rounding at the bottom and the top, so this feels a little sharper in the hand. But overall, you've got a nice sleek look. Decent amount of grip on the sides, but of course, really no grip on the back. The Limitless 5.0 is going to be a grippier case. And as far as the amount of protection you have for your rear camera, so this is the most minimal that I've ever seen. It does give you the tiniest amount of protection when you place this on its back, but it is, I think, less than hair thin. It is truly, truly, truly small. So if you're the kind of person that tends to be worried about your rear camera, you might want to be looking at a different case model. You're going to get a lot more camera protection, for example, with the Limitless 5.0 or the IntraLock. So as far as wireless charging is concerned, this is going to work fine with regular Qi wireless chargers, and being a MagSafe case, this is going to work fine with Apple's MagSafe charger as well. So as far as your MagSafe performance is concerned, you've got about the same MagSafe strength as with the other mouse cases we looked at today, and it's going to be about the same as what you have with Apple's cases. So it's good, but it's not one of those crazy, crazy strong MagSafe strengths that you have with some cases, such as the ones from ESR. So you're also going to be able to use this with other MagSafe accessories, of course. Something like this nice power bank from Anker is going to work great. And then, of course, Apple's wallet is going to work great too. So all in all, I think we got some really solid choices here for your iPhone 15 Pro Max from Mous. So you've got your Limitless 5.0, their most iconic case, wide choice of material finishes, beautiful case. So I'm loving the Aramid Fiber, even though it does tend to show fingerprints. I think it looks absolutely lovely. And then, of course, you've also got some great choices here with your walnut and with your speckled fabric. So this is your grippiest choice if you're worried about that. And then if you're the kind of person that likes to have the ability to mount your phone to your bike or your motorcycle or whatever, then the IntraLock case can be a great choice because it's basically the same as the Limitless 5.0 cases, just with a different back and some really cool mounting capability. And then finally, if you're a fan of clear cases and you are okay with truly minimal rear camera protection, then the Clarity 2.0 may be for you. Overall, really cool cases here from Mous. Again, we've been looking at Mous's new iPhone 15 Pro Max lineup. The Limitless 5.0 cases come in the Aramid Fiber, Speckled Fabric, and Walnut versions shown in this review, as well as bamboo, black leather, silver pearl, and two brand new colors, Atlantic Blue and Forest Green. Mous pricing tends to fluctuate a lot, but currently all of the variants except the Aramid Fiber and the two new colors are $69.99. The Aramid Fiber is going to cost you $74.99, and the Forest Green and Atlantic Blue are priced at an eye-watering $99.99. The IntraLock case is priced at $64.99, so slightly cheaper there, although if you want to use it with Mous's IntraLock mounts, those are going to cost extra. And the Clarity 2.0 is priced at $74.99 and comes in the clear version shown in this review, as well as a beautiful iridescent color. Many thanks to the kind folks at Mous for sending me out these samples to review. If you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comments section below and I'll do my best to answer them. And do hit that subscribe button because I've got a lot of iPhone 15 Pro Max accessory content coming up. Again, this is Kristen with the Tech Reviewer. Thanks so much for watching and have a wonderful day.